this recipe.
Akima, ne akimo, mukimo,
100% guaranteed.
Yeah.
Missing someone without you.
Good evening, my loves. How are you doing? So this is like what I eat in a day video, or let's just say what I eat in a week video, depending on how it's going to develop. Okay, so it's 5:45 p.m. It's already dark in Nairobi because of the weather. So I'm about to have my evening tea. I'm having lemon tea. I love lemon tea. Basically it's just strungi or black tea, and then I squeeze in a piece of lemon. I'm having that with pancakes and scrambled eggs. So I made pancakes yesterday and they were delicious. In case you're going to wonder why the scrambled eggs are dark, I'm just going to insert a clip here. It's because I put in black pepper. So I'm going to warm the scrambled eggs, and for the pancakes I'm just going to eat them cold like that because they taste like cake. Pancakes, they taste like cake while cold. I love them while they're cold. This recipe, 100% guaranteed. Try it and let me know. By the time you're watching this video, the how to make pancakes video will already have gone up. Okay, so for dinner we are having chicken, rice, and then I'm going to make a stir fry of mishiri is French peas, and carrots. I'm just looking forward to how they're going to turn out. I just want to see how they're going to turn out, how it's going to taste. Okay, so let's just go and have evening tea, and then I'll see you when I'm making supper.
Okay, so this is what we're having for dinner. The French peas, I bought them for 30 Kenya shillings, and then the carrots went for 10 Kenya shillings. I have rice in the house, so let's get cooking. So I'm just going to use a little bit of the French peas and 1 carrot, cut them into really tiny pieces. The ingredients are 1 tomato, garlic, and an onion.
So I just put in the onions and let's see, yeah, I put in the onions and the oil. I want to cut or to slice. Oh, it is to slice garlic on this other side. I'm going to let those onions cook for a bit, and then I'm going to add in the garlic. So I'm just going to add in the garlic.
So after our onion and garlic has turned brown, I'm going to add in our French peas and carrots, and then I'm going to put on top tomatoes, cover it, let them simmer. That is Royco cube that I'm putting in right now. I've put in salt already. I'm putting in the Royco cube, and then we're just going to cover everything and let them simmer. So I let them simmer for 7 minutes and they were done. So please taste your meal and see if you like the way it is cooked before you remove it out of the fire or the stove. Okay. Now this is what we call a balanced diet: protein, carbohydrates, and vitamins.
Yes, good afternoon. Another day, another meal. So today I'm going to cook crisps, but in Kenya we call them crips. I'm going to cook crips with the potatoes that my mother brought us. I'm going to make that. That is what we are going to have with afternoon tea. And then for dinner, let me just plug you to this vegetable mixture. Go try it out, guys, and then let me know. If you live like 2 people, mix 2 tereres, 2 spinach, and 1 sukuma wiki. Mix that. When you're cooking it, cook it so that the sukuma wiki or the kale can have the same consistency with the spinach and the terere. You know, they cook faster. Yeah, it's not going to turn brown. Don't let it turn brown. Just cook it like that. But if you have a family, you can try 4 tereres, 4 spinach, and 2 skuma. Whatever you do, skuma should be, the number of skuma should be lower. Skuma is kales, I believe. Okay, so now let's just go make those crips, and later I'll show you how you're making these vegetables. Okay.
So if you're watching this, I already have a video on how to make crepes. It is under the top 3 Kenyan party snacks. Okay, so for the vegetables, what you're going to do is let the onions turn brown. Put in your vegetables. I like to put my tomatoes on top, only 1 tomato on top, Royco cube, salt, cover it, let them simmer together, and then once they are ready, remove them. If you don't like tomatoes in your kales or vegetables, please do not put any. So this is what we call a balanced diet: proteins from OMENA, vitamins from the vegetables, and ugali is carbohydrates. And then later on, I washed it down with pudding, that is bananas, and avocados. Avocados are on season right now in Kenya, so it's a good time to eat it thoroughly. So that was my day 2 of dinner and afternoon tea. And please let me not hear someone telling me that, oh, you should have fruits before meals. Please. Thank you. So on day 3, my French peas had started withering, and I told myself we're not wasting any meal, any food. So how about to make meatless pilau? So that is what we're making today: potatoes, carrots, my French peas, and then we're going to make meatless pilau. Let's get cooking. But first, let's have an orange to have the energy to cook. This is not an orange, this is Sandra. What do we call Sandra in English? Let me know in the comment section. So the ingredients for the meatless pilau is going to be garlic, a little piece of ginger, 2 tomatoes, I have turmeric, and pilau masala. The Royco cube that you see there, it's going to be used to make the French peas. And by the way, of course you can use tomato paste. I'm using tomatoes because I have them. We are going to use just a little bit of ginger, because if you use too much, it's going to be bitter. Okay. So you already know that garlic cook faster than onions. So I'm going to let my onions cook for a little bit, and then I'm adding garlic. So I'm going to let them all cook together until they turn brown. Then we're going to add in our mashed tomatoes. You can blend them or mash them. How you mash them is you peel them, then mash them in a glass cup so that all the soup doesn't go to waste. If you mash them in the normal masher that we use in Kenya, you're going to waste all the soup. Okay. Then I'm adding in a little bit of turmeric, 1 teaspoon or half a tablespoon of pilau masala. Add in our rice, and then put in the water. So I'm using 2 cups of rice. That means we are going to use 4 cups of water of the same cup that I used to measure the rice with. Okay, that is how you get good rice. So in another sufuria, we're going to make our stew. That is garlic and onion inside there. Then I'm going to put in our potatoes, French peas, carrots inside. Put in the tomatoes on top and then cover it to simmer. Why I normally put in the tomatoes on top is because tomato has some liquid in it. So if you put it on top and cover it to simmer, it's going to simmer without burning. Cook it under low heat. It's going to simmer without burning ama kukwama huko chini. That is why I normally put my tomatoes on top. Now you know. And now our meatless pilau is ready. We're going to have that with our stew and avocado on the side and call it a night. So I was trying to be bougie. I put in the green pepper on the side to take a beautiful picture, but it did not come out as I thought. So I'm going to stick to my lane. So on day 4, we had balanced diet once again because Mama is the queen of balanced diet. So we had the vegetables that I told you about. I made the same vegetables again. Eggs. Avocado is on season, so yes, you're going to have avocado in each and every meal. Ugali, and voila, balanced diet. So on day 5, I came home craving chapatis. So I made me some chapatis. What is chapati and how is it made? Chapati is a mixture of an all-purpose flour, salt or sugar, or even both. I normally use almost hot water to make my dough. So my dough is normally soft and a little bit sticky. I like it that way. So let me just show you real quick how I do my chapatis. So I normally make a hole, add in some oil, mix it well with the dough, cover it, let it rest for at least 30 minutes. Sometimes I don't even let it rest, I just cook it immediately. It's just how good you are at doing something. So I put it in a smaller sufuria so that I'm able to cover it with my tablecloth. So what I did is that I wet my tablecloth, cover it with it, and then we're going to wait for 30 minutes. As I said earlier, sometimes I don't even wait for that 30 minutes. I just cook them directly. So this is just a new technique that I started using. So what I do is that I cut my dough into balls. So in this case, 2 balls. Flatten it, apply cooking oil, and then fold it side, and then again flatten it, cut it, fold it, and then make chapatis. Did you understand? Okay. Once again, another balanced diet: beans, carbohydrates, and vitamins. Which are the fruits that we're going to have? We're going to have a banana. Let me tell you a story. I missed 2 meals, meaning I forgot to film. I cooked, ate, and forgot to totally film. So what meals did I miss? You missed chumbukiza. That was spinach, beef, and ugali. You missed avocado, ugali, cabbages. Those are the meals that you missed. So we are jumping right to the next week so that it can be 7 days, like what I eat in a week. So this week we are starting off with cooking githeri. Githeri is a mixture of beans and maize that are boiled together, then later eaten like that with just salt, or fried with potatoes, or fried with just onions. Okay? Okay. It's a balanced diet. So now that the githeri is ready, we are going to turn the githeri into a mukimo. These are pumpkin leaves, and then we are going to have potatoes, mash them all together. Let me just show you what we're going to do. So I cut in the pumpkin leaves into small pieces. So in a sufuria, I'm going to put in potatoes, water, salt, then put in the pumpkin leaves on top, cover them, let them simmer until they're soft. So they're done. Now I'm going to mash them all together. You can either use a wine bottle, a beer bottle, a soda bottle to mash them if you don't have a masher, or you're going to use a glass cup to mash them if you don't have a masher. Okay, and then while I'm mashing them, I'm going to be adding in the githeri bit by bit because my sufuria is small. I cannot add the githeri and everything at the same time, so I'll have to add it bit by bit. Then now in a sufuria, I'm going to cut in onions, put in oil, wait the onions to almost turn brown, then add in my garlic. Garlic is everything! After they all turn brown, I'm going to put in my mukimo, let it simmer for like 3 minutes so that you can get the flavor of the onions and the garlic. Then it will be ready to be had, to be eaten, to be had. Okay. And voila, there we have our mokimo. Nedakima, neyakimo, mokimo. That's my little mokimo song that I have just invented. Guy, English. Anyway, it's called mokimo because the process of mashing it's called kokima, so that's why it's called mokimo. So that's why I'm saying nedakima, neyakimo, mokimo. So when you add avocado to that, that's a balanced diet. Beans, maize, vitamins, proteins, everything balanced diets. And then you remember that other way that I was telling you of having githeri? This is another way of having githeri. I just fried it with onions and oil, and voila, with Reiko cube, we have this githeri with avocado. Again, another balanced diet. Immunity on flick. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Click on that notification bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Bye bye. Love you. Mwah.